inside the download parlor here with Zoltan from Five Finger Death Punch. And I just wanted to congratulate you on the release of your latest album, American Capitalist. It is brutally delicious.
Delicious?
Yes.
Interesting.
I love it. I've been listening to it since it came out.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, tonight's the first night of the Share the Wealth tour.
That's true.
What can one expect, or should I say prepare for?
It's more like what we can expect.
Yeah, right.
You know,
when they come to the tour, it's a pretty solid lineup.
Yeah. I mean, the lineup was great. You know, All That Remains and Hatebreed, all those guys are awesome, and their fans, similar fan base like ours, pretty, hardcore fans. They always show up.
Yeah.
For the show, I mean, it's pretty ambitious. It's gonna be the biggest stage set we ever built, and we kind of almost ran out of time. Like literally, last couple of weeks, we were 18 hours days just trying to build it, synchronize this. There are a lot of interesting things are going on, breaking the boundaries of what we could do before. We have these video walls that we're using on a totally different ways normally people are using it. So it's a huge plan. We're rolling with 20-something crew members to make it happen.
Wow.
And even right now, lost seconds, like we still just try to figure out how it's coming together. So, we're kind of swinging for the fences at this point because it's a big plan and we're just trying to make it happen.
Awesome. Well, the American Capitalist album, you can hear the hallmark sounds of Five Finger Death Punch, but I would equate it to being on steroids. Did you have to physically train for this tour? Because I can just imagine you guys coming out and just assaulting the audience every night with your instruments. It's intense.
Some of us training with the bottle. No, I mean it's always before you go on tour. Everybody pretty much hits the gym. You kind of have to have the cardio to do that. We are a band that moves a lot, so
And you're still doing jiu-jitsu,
yeah,
right?
Of course. I train anyway, almost every day.
Right.
But especially Jeremy, he has the most intense workout, so to speak, and in physically. I mean, he's paddling all to the hour and a half show, doing double bass. It's a lot.
Yeah.
He loses a couple of pounds. I mean, he should do like one of those weight loss videos. But he definitely has every day he has to train, he has to stretch out, and he has to do all those things so his muscles don't lock up. But he starts it always like months before the tour.
Great, because he's gonna have. I mean, this is a long tour.
Oh yeah, tour-wise, there are these time zones where you look at a tour. Like about 6 weeks is a time when a tour is good. Usually you do 6 weeks and then you go home, relax a little bit. If you stay out longer, around 8 weeks is probably the time when you're contemplating killing one of your band members. Around 9 weeks when you actually buy a weapon, just in case if you actually decide to go through with the plan. But it's gonna be a 2.5, 3 months. There's gonna be a trial.
Hopefully, you guys are still a band for the next round of dates. I think so.
We'll see if all of us survive this one.
Definitely. Well, this album lyrically, you can tell it's definitely more mature. Was the writing process a little different for this album than the last two?
No, it's we do the same thing all the time because it works. So we don't wanna don't mess with the machine that works. We always write the songs first, and then we give complete songs to Ivan. So by the time Ivan gets the song, it's pretty much like 90% there, because we have this idea of if a song without vocals already sounds good, it's already a song. It already has legs. It's already it's already something that you could listen to.
Right.
Then by the time he hits it and puts his vocals on it, it's going to be just that much better. So that's kind of the rule we go by. And the process was the same on this one. We did the music and then we start to give him songs. And he writes his lyrics. I applaud his anger. He's an angry guy. I mean, he's a singer. He's very emotional. He has a short fuse. He blows up really fast if it comes to it. And he wears it on his sleeves all the time too. But on this particular record, I noticed a lot of sarcasm comes into his world. So now he's not the same guy, and he's not couch surfing, and not his life is a little bit better than it used to be. And it was funny because we started the record. He kind of came in like, man, I'm not really that angry. I'm like, why don't you read Blubber Matt for a little bit? That's not gonna make you angry. Well, it was a joke, but But a lot of sarcasm coming in there, and I think that's what changing the lyrics, that he reacts to things a a little bit different.
And you can hear that in the Pride. I love that song.
I mean, and you know what, the perspective is also changing because we travel the world now. It's
right.
like we all over, different countries, and you just have a different perspective. Your life is so fast that things happen to us within months that probably other people, it happens to them in a lifetime.
Exactly.
And that creates a different view, sort of a bird eyes view on things, and I think that changes people's perspective and personality, obviously. And I think that's what's happening to him. And as I said, the sarcasm, I welcome that whole those stabs that he's putting in his lyrics.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
We all enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, so if you look into a Five Finger Death Punch audience,
okay,
I'm going to say at least 50% of the people are wearing your merchandise.
They do.
Because it's awesome. Who is the mind behind the design and the branding for Five Finger Death Punch?
Basically, it's I have a partner in crime, Scully. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a designer, and I have a degree in graphic design as well. So two of us started, the image and all the merchandise. I'm a big fan of old school Poss hat art, Zorlak skateboards, and all those old school Zorlak artwork. And back in the days, also Metallica used Zorlak. Poss hat. Mm-hmm. The artist, and their t-shirts were just awesome those times, and I'm a big fan of that kind of era. So when we started to do merchandise for Five Finger Death Punch, that's what I like personally. So we were kind of going for that imagery. It's a little bit, not that it's cartoonish, but it's a little bit big bold colors and very very defined artwork. And I think t-shirt art has its own. It's a genre.
Definitely.
There are certain art that looks good, but you can't put it on a t-shirt because it's just not going to look good on a t-shirt. So it has its own little world when you talk about t-shirt art. And then when we designed the merchandise, obviously we kept that in mind. And plus, our fan base is crazy. I mean, these guys
know that.
They go to battle every day, every time, everywhere we play, and they show up and they find pride in wearing that.
Definitely.
So it's multiple reasons, I think.
Awesome. Well, we have a little speed round that we like to do here at the Download Parlor.
You're gonna get grilled right now. I know how these things go. Say the first thing comes to your mind, and then you can't even edit the freaking thing because
got it.
I'm just gonna talk shit.
All right, love it. What is something you do every day?
Wake up. I'm doing that for a while. I'm just saying.
All right.
I don't know, like. On tour, we play, I guess. I like to train every day in some form, some way.
Great. Last movie you saw?
District 9. We just rewatched District 9 because I was looking for some audio samples that I really liked in that. So we rewatched the movie originally for the audio sample, but it's a really good movie, so we kind of stuck with that and just watched it. And just to be a total goofball, before we just came here, I was on the bus watching Kayotera, Jiu-Jitsu fighter, has a DVD about half guard. It's a technique, and I was watching that on the bus.
Great.
I usually watch even if I can't train, I watch the fights. So
that's good.
It stays in there.
The last biggest splurge.
Splurge. I don't even know what does it mean. Splurge.
What's something you purchased that you maybe?
What is splurge? I mean, holy shit. What are we talking about here?
Okay. What is the last thing that you purchased that you didn't necessarily need but felt like you had to have?
I have a bad shopping habit. I can't buy one of anything.
Mm-hmm.
I always have to buy three. So let's say I buy a lot of sunglasses for some reason.
Love sunglasses.
And break them all the time and lose them.
Not have enough pair in my mind.
Usually I buy 3 of those immediately just because. Boots, same thing. I could have bought 1, but I bought 3. I don't have a clue why.
All right.
But
You're prepared.
Yes, it's always like that.
What is playing on your iPod right now if we press play?
Press play on iPod. And I'm gonna actually check it so we know what this is. Okay, it's gonna be House of Pain. We're gonna have Sound of Madness from Shinedown. We're gonna have Metallica. Actually, Justice for All, which is actually usually I listen to Master of Puppets, but we have some Disturbed. Even you have, check it out, T.I. King.
Nice. T.I.
Yeah, T.I. I like
random.
Listen to all kind of things.
Eclectic.
Lynyrd Skynyrd. We have Disturbed. We have the soundtrack from Rockstar.
Got it?
From this day, what is that? Oh yeah, Machine Head, right? I have Machine Head.
You're in the land of Machine Head too?
Yeah, they live here, right?
Yeah.
Machine Head, Metallica, Bay Area, man. This is where it all happened.
All right. Well, thank you, Zoltan, for spending some time with us.
I'm gonna remember your words.
You have to use that tonight once.
Splurge.
Not
I had
splooge.
a splurge tonight.
But not, yes, splurge, not splurge.
Okay, we'll figure this out some way.